And on another top stories that we are giving you as we not heard, here is another one. Like the fact that Shebeshkt is in jail and King Monada has dropped an album. It is that Friday he dropped an album. And the album, so many people were waiting for an album from King Monada. As you know, he is the founder of lekompo music. When we talk about lekompo music, he's the founder of the lekompo sound. Not, I can say he pushed the lekompo sound. I know so many people may come at me over that, but as a pusher of lekompo sound, so many people were waiting for him to drop that album so that he can give us like song of the year, because so many people know King Monada. Once King Monada drops, there is a song of the year inside those tracks. It's either King Monada or Makazi that are going to be pushing up the song of the year together like that. So many people were talking about the fact that if Shebeshkt is already in jail, stuff like that, and going through trial where his case was postponed for the other week, stuff like that, where they are gathering up information, evidence about him, even the cases that he is involved in, stuff like that. But looking at it together as a whole like that, it shows Shebeshkt had a lot of gigs for November and December. So many gigs, I feel like about 20 something gigs. I'll post them here so that you can see. He has so many gigs in there. So many people were like, nah, if Shebeshkt is going away for jail trial, stuff like that, it means that King Monada can hop on those gigs. I was like, hey, is that even possible now? And the most important fact about King Monada's album when I was listening to it is the fact that it even features Heavy K. And when we talk about Heavy K, we're talking about, I may say, Heavy K is one of the founders of 3-Step. He laid up foundation for 3-Step to exist. Without everything, if you know Heavy K's tracks, they have the same element as 3-Step, and 3-Step is one of the sounds that are being pushed by people like Abodlala Tukzini, Oskambo, Tuktela, Jazzwork, stuff like that. And this is the most popular genre right now in South Africa. And looking at King Monada's album, I feel like so many people were saying that the album is good, stuff like that, but it might be from the fact that so many people haven't listened to the hit. When an album is still fresh, you still have to listen to everything so that you can pick up a hit for yourself and say that this is my hit, this is something that I feel like it goes with me like that. But looking at it, man, I feel like if within this period of December where Shebeshkt can be released, if he could be released like that, so that he can push himself and acquire the amount that he was going to acquire within those gigs, it will establish him at another pace, at another good pace, stuff like that. And then on another fact, so many people were criticizing the fact that if he's already in jail, stuff like that, and so many people were vouching for him on the fact that Nike should have gotten him a deal, like a Nike deal sponsorship, but so many backlashes within that statement came within this basis of saying each and every time this artist is always under altercation, stuff like that, and things that are not good, stuff like that. So it means that Nike would have to prepare a statement each and every time when there is a deal gone wrong, stuff like that. But within the basis of everything, he's one of the artists that I feel like he deserves like a brand partnership with Nike if he was to clean up his brand and be on a right perspective like that. But he's one of the biggest artists that are well respected in South Africa, and so many people love him. And the fact that looking at it all within his case, like right now I was researching and stuff like that before I could even bring out this episode to you here. The fact that I saw this other clip, I will clip it here. I'll clip it up here so that you can watch it. He was inside the police car van, stuff like that, and then another person spotted him, and then they started to perform for him his songs to show that he still has that connection with his fans, you understand? And he's one of the greatest artists. I just hope he gets released so that he can release one of the biggest musical tunes, because he's one of the most controversial artists that are needed within the space of lekompo music, stuff like that, because he's the, I can say, he might be the father of lekompo music, stuff like that. So this is the notepad where we give you the topest information and the hottest information within the South African basis.